So guys, let's solve this problem here that consists basically in find this missing number, and they give us a pizza chart which has each slice a number, and we have to find this missing number. So this kind of problem usually is solved by a simple approach. We have some function or operation that we have to apply, operation, and we apply it in some pieces of the puzzle, or in other words, in some configuration. So what are our functions and what are our configurations? Let's enumerate some function, but basically is any function that you can think of. So you can think of a difference in the numbers. You can think in the sum of the number, in the multiplication, and the list goes on. And about the configuration is in what pieces of the puzzle are we going to apply this function to find a pattern. Usually a pattern is something that we have a constant, right? A constant or a very obvious rule. Here we can think of applying these functions in side-by-side slices. So in other words, we are thinking in apply some of these functions in, let's say, these two pieces and compare with the sum with these other pieces, and look if we can find some rule. Another possibility is we apply these functions or some of them non-consecutive slices with one slice in the middle between them or two slices between them. In other words, when we have one slice between them, we are talking in pieces like these two, okay, or these other two. And another simple pattern here is to think in the opposite. So, for example, we apply these functions in these two slides. Of course, we are thinking in the more simple to the more complex approach. So here we are applying these functions in only two slides, in only two slices. But you can think of in apply in three slices, two or more. So let's begin with the simplest one. What's the simplest operation that we have? The simplest operation that we have is just thinking the sum and the side-by-side slices and the opposite slices. So let's pick here two slices, the 13 and the 14. If we sum these two, we will get 27. And if we sum another two slices that are side by side, we will get 4 plus 10, we have 14. So we can think, looking for some pattern here, that maybe this 4 plus 10 will get this opposite 14. But it's not the case, because when we sum these other two, we will not get the 11, we will get 27. So this is not a pattern that we can have. So probably some side-by-side slice will not get the pattern that we are looking for. So let's try the sum, but in the opposite sides. If you can try picking two opposite slices, we get 13 plus 11. So we get 24. And if you pick another two opposite slices, let's say, not this one, let's say 10 and 14. 10 plus 14, we'll get 24. So we don't have any slices with this 24 number here, but we have a pattern here because they are equal. So if we apply this to the last opposite slice that we have available, 18 plus 6, we get 24 too. So this is the pattern that we get. It is the only pattern that we have in this puzzle. No, there are a lot of patterns here. We can think in, let's say, any polynomial fit that we can get a number here, but this is probably the simplest one. So if you assume that this is the correct pattern here, and it looks like it is, 4 plus the question mark should be equal to 24. So the question mark is equal to 20. This is the number that is missing in this puzzle. So that's it. We applied this simple approach, this function configuration, to look for a pattern that is a very common kind of puzzle. So we can try to apply this to other different questions and challenges. See you in the next challenge.